Hello world. Today we meet Mark, one of our prominent activists in Liberia, just to have a good discussion with him on what is really pushing him to do what he is doing today, his lifestyle, what he likes and what he dislikes. Hello Mark, and welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, Mark, can you just tell us about yourself and your social life in general?
Well, I'm Mark Gargainah, a Liberian and an activist, also an entrepreneur, and I am passionate about building an open society, an entrepreneurial society where everybody can have economic, social freedom and have a better life.
Okay, so tell us, let's talk about your passion. Your passion as an activist. Where did it start? How did it start?
Thank you very much. My passion just grew up in me right from university. From other looking at other styles of life and the way other people live and the way we live, which I think that is kind of inhuman. And I thought about fighting towards equality, because all human beings are equal, and I feel like that. That is where my passion comes from. But while some people will be poor, average, and rich, I feel there's a need that everybody be equal. So that's what I'm passionate about what I do.
So now, if we can maybe go back to your statement to say you want to see equal people. Anyway, maybe most probably we talk about Liberia.
Exactly.
Yes. So what steps have you taken, or what plans do you have to improve on equality?
So many steps. Right from the onset, I was passionate about most likely economic empowerment, and my passion led me to establish a full-fledged organization registered in Liberia called Liberia Entrepreneurial Network. And I started working along with young people from abandoned community, marginalized community, and providing resources for them so that they can be capacitated. That's where my passion started from. And then I was able to link up with Activista Liberia, where I grew a little more passionate about people in communities and the kind of life that they deserve. So my passion actually started when I established my Liberia Entrepreneurial Network. And then I was able to move on to Activista Liberia. And you know, and you talk about my lesson learned, and you're talking about what I intend to do. Like I said, I want to see Liberia a middle-income country where all Liberians, as our constitution that says all Liberians are equal. I want to see that come into fruition, and that's why I'm passionate about what I do.
So what will be the next step from here?
As you're aware that we already have a national ongoing campaign called Citizens Action for Economic Justice. Our Citizens Action for Economic Justice is a social and economic movement that brings together people from the informal sector, the Yana boys, the wheelbarrow boys, the poor people together to ask government to cut recurring expenditure, and that campaign was established by my friend and I, and now we are now engaging government to a larger extent. So we as part of what we do, to have a better society, we think government must cut recurring expenditure and then better up the people's life. That is part of what I do for now. We are on this journey. It's a lifelong journey. It's a lifetime journey, and we will address issues one at a time. But for now, we are already asking government to cut recurring expenditure.
Let's talk about your engagement with the people and engagement with the government. There are two things here involved. You engaging with the people in terms of awareness, the strategies that you have, how to intend to build the capacity of the people around Liberia, in and out of Monrovia?
Thank you. As you are aware, the strategy that you are talking about is already on. We have started mobilizing community within Monrovia and its environment. So, as part of our mobilization strategy, what we have to do is we go to the community and mobilize people, telling them the fundamental rights, what belongs to them. And these communities have accepted us and they are working along with us. And not in a too distant future, we are hoping to organize a citizen movement where we will go on the grounds of the capital and petition our lawmakers to cut recurring expenditure. The work is on. I can assure you that, not in a too distant future.
Do you have the facts when you engage the government? I suppose you should have the facts on the ground of the recurrent expenditures that you are talking about?
Yes.
And the 12% that you are talking about?
Yes. Let me just give you a little statistics as it relates to that. If you look at the 2016-2017 budget, our government we have a budget around $600 million. And out of the $600 million, the government is spending 88% of that on recurring expenditure. By that I mean the government is going to spend 88% or $487 million on the running of the government. And that means that government will buy new cars, government will make so many, the government public officials will make so many travels, there will be so many big DSA, and there will be so many fat salaries. And the government is now spending only 12%, less than 12% on development. Which feel this is unjust, and which feel this is very small and it can develop the country. Another thing again is they are spending $43 million on transparency and accountability. But Liberia is still corrupt. Liberia is 90th place on the World Corruption Index. Alright, you talk about education, it still remains a mess. We have over 500,000 children that is out of school this year. They don't have access to education. You talk about health care. And Save the Children says that 2 children die every year, every day, every hour in Liberia. 2 children die every hour from the lack of safe drinking water. That means we don't have safe drinking water. With 75% of the population, 4.5 million people, does not have access to safe drinking water. You have less than 10% that have access to electricity. This is wrong. This is wrong, and we are calling the government now to cut recurring expenditure and see reasons to put more money into education, healthcare. Look at the response time to healthcare. Look at the infant mortality in Liberia for children to grow from 5 years old. It is hard. Most of them die because of health problems. They don't have the ability to live and be happy. And we feel this is unjust. And that's why we are calling the government to cut recurring expenditure.
Thank you very much, Mark.
A pleasure.
We shall meet next time on our discussion.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you very much.